Of course, saying it causes total havoc around the rim. So the counter is lots of threes and avoiding Gobert in the lane. The French center still with a massive effect on the gameplay. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. And so Milwaukee again turning it over. And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer, but Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Pass to Gobert. Shot clock at 6. Shoots a fader. Edwards' shot is good. Edwards got 5 points so far.
Anthony Edwards just reading what the defense giving up. Gets to his mid-range game right there.
Will it go? Lillard misses.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
From about 19 feet. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Now Edwards. After the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Antetokounmpo inside. Good.
Instincts and anticipation. Great effort here by Giannis.
Edwards looking it over. Gobert the screen. Fires top of the key. Rebound by Brook Lopez.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota had, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Pass to Edwards. Takes the 3. Another miss by Minnesota.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass with a basketball at this point.
Now Edwards. Latrey sinks the three-pointer. Edwards got 8 points.
Well, don't think twice. Ball touches your hands, you let it go, Anthony Edwards.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Substitution for your box.
We've got 1:08 left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Lillard. The block. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Here's Trent. Portis in the post. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Well, we know Trent Jr. can flat shoot the basketball, but he has to balance that with his passing. Nice delivery there.
The Bucks shooting their first foul shot of the game. Free throw, good. Portis. And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
Over to the left wing. Sims tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. 2 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Now here's DiVincenzo. No scoring in this one. 4 on the shot clock. Over in the corner, Edwards. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Anthony Edwards. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Here's Giannis. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Giannis has got 8 points.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive and forceful.
Edwards with the screen. Launches a 3. Edwards with another miss. Bucks trail by 3. You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Drills it from outside. He's got 17.
And that corner pocket triple, terrific shot by Edwards from deep.
Count the basket. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Here's DiVincenzo. Still yet to score. Here's Gobert. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Lopez. Pass to Lillard. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Edwards. A beautiful finish inside by Ant.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. Outside Edwards. Just 4 to shoot. And those advanced numbers, Doris, they show Rudy Gobert is historically great.
Kevin, I love that you are an analytics lover, but for me, it's about the eye test. Rudy Gobert has won the Defensive Player of the Year on more than one occasion. He's played on winning teams, and he's been an integral part of their success. He is one of the all-time great defenders we've seen.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks, trailing by 5. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Outside Edwards. .149 left to play in the first half. There's the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Gobert. Pass to Edwards. Over in the corner, Randall. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Bucks trail by 5. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Up top, DiVincenzo. Still without a basket. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
Well, hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
Here's Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Oh, Kyle Kuzma off his feet in a hurry. Nice finish.
There's 48 seconds left to play here in the half. Outside Edwards. Edwards with the screen. The 3. Kuzma pulls it in. Bucks trail by 5. To the middle. Gobert brings the double team. It's stolen by Edwards. 5-on-3 break. And finished off by McDaniel.
Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
And it's Lillard missing.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Up top, Edwards. Offline from the top of the key. That'll do it for the first half. The Timberwolves on top. They lead by 7. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.